Continue to push forward.
Drain my battery.
Record everything.
Welcome to North Dakota. It's Bernie Blackout News, and we're covering the protests against the Dakota Access Pipeline. Thanksgiving, another precious day for Native and Native American relationships with white people. They've crossed the site to where the drill pad is, and
No one's stopping you.
Interesting day of direct action here.
We're not to be on this property.
You are supposed to be here.
Back. Who do you serve? Who do you protect? Who do you serve?
I'm here at this is the girl who got bit on the first day by the dog. So that's the scar right there.
Here, yeah. I jug all the.
So a dog bit you on your foot?
Yeah.
You were one of the people that got sicked?
Yep. I was right in the front. Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that day?
Oh.
Sucky day with security guys from Qatari?
I mean, considering the circumstances, I would have to say it's one of our most victorious days we had on the front lines. I mean, chasing those tractors over the hills off our lands, it was an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a small victory for us, and we got hit, bit, maced, and tear gas, but it felt victorious. It felt good to fight for my people, to feel like we made a difference, and we did. That was where the world woke up.
Okay, Bernie Blackout News on site. We got a Bernie guy here.
Yep. Hey, I'm Eric Rydberg from Northern California. I ran for District Delegate in District 1 for Bernie Sanders in California. We're out here at Turtle Island at the Standing Rock Reservation, or technically the Army Corps land. And we're here. There's police up on the hill here.
Tell us what happened here today.
Beware of filming. There's prayers and stuff going on. So this is kind of just still kind of a carryover from Sunday. Sunday there was concussion grenades fired for 10 hours straight with tear gas and rubber bullets. A girl got her arm almost blown off. My friend Ephraim from the youth council took a concussion grenade to the chest, gave him a seizure. Another buddy of mine, pit stop, got a concussion grenade to the face. He's got stuff lodged in his cheek. A woman got shot in the eye. Looks like she's gonna lose her eye with a rubber bullet. Guy got his head split open with a rubber bullet. I was on the horn all night long till 5 in the morning trying to tell them to stop firing those rubber bullets and stop firing those concussion grenades. They ran out of water. They ran out of tear gas. The youth had built a fire right down by these lakes. These lakes were frozen solid that night because it was way sub-freezing. They were spraying us with water cannons for about 5 hours straight before the fires were lit. The fires were lit on the beach next to the frozen lake, so it's not, you know what it's going to do. Fire's going to catch a frozen lake on fire. So it's a pretty ridiculous claim that they were trying to say that there was wildfires. The fires that were started were from concussion grenades in the grass, and the lids these people were using from their totes that they brought their clothes in to block these water cannons, they ran over and put these fires out. So it's just, big fat lies from the media, our good old corporate 1%er media, lying to us so they can protect their pipeline, their precious pipeline that's going to destroy a water source for 18 million people here. And there's the pallid sturgeon in here. That's a endangered fish. So hey, can we get an environmental can we get somebody to check this thing out for the sake of the pallid sturgeon, if not for the sake of 18 million people?
What's your hope for Bernie Sanders going forward?
Well, it's the same as it was. I was an independent to begin with this year. And so Bernie was kind of like this superhero figure to us because he's the longest running independent in American history. Pretty much once Arizona came back with the exit polls, 37% off in Hillary's favor, America accused the Ukraine of fraudulent elections over a 14% discrepancy. The margin of error is 4%. You can go either way, 4%, and still be considered a legitimate election, but no, 37% off in Hillary's favor in Arizona. And where's our media crying foul? Nowhere, right? So on top of them cutting the polling stations from 200 to 60 and the 500 lines, and then everybody getting purged off the Democratic rolls to independent because it's a closed primary, and 3.2 million independents in New York that weren't allowed to vote, closed primary, and then the 125,000 people purged from the Democratic Party in Brooklyn, Bernie's hometown. And then the DNC chair, Roberta Lang of Nevada State Convention, ruling against the yay-nay vote, dropping the gavel and calling the cops on everybody. And they wonder why Hillary lost. We were trying to tell you, Bernie was up 20 points in the polls. If you wanted to win, go with the candidate that's not under multiple FBI investigations and has a history of lying to everyone all the time. Especially... So,
you heard it here on Bernie Blackout News, folks.
Yep.
It was hard to hear that opinion on the mainstream media, but that was a very common street opinion.
I'm now the state coordinator for the Green Party of California.
All right.
The Green Party does not take corporate money. They're not even allowed to take business checks. So just like Bernie's $27, follow the money. You can see, with the Green Party, you follow the money. Who's supporting them? The people, right? With the Democratic Party, you got Hillary's 5 out of Hillary Clinton's top 10 donors are funding this Dakota Access Pipeline. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, and Goldman Sachs. So that's what we're saying now. Instead of putting people in harm's way and with concussion grenades, bank exit, #bank exit, defundapple.com. Go to your bank. Pull your money out. Take a picture of yourself at the bank. Post it on Facebook. Tag your bank at Bank of America. Share. Happy No Banksgiving, everybody. Happy holidays, you know what I mean? So that's what we're saying now. Vote with your dollar, and going forward, Bernie, go green. The Green Party's trying to get you for decades. Just go green. The Democratic Party is the party of Andrew Jackson and the Trail of Tears. The Democratic Party has written more legislation for slavery and segregation than any other party in history. Only since the 60s did they start caring that black votes matter with the Civil Rights Act. And we can see with the DNC leaks this year that they patted our African American brothers and sisters on the head and said, go vote for Hillary, but do not support Black Lives Matter. So the Democratic Party, black votes matter, black lives, not so much, right? So go green, because we're going to take over the future Dr. Cornel West 2020 Green Party. That's what we're talking about.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please do not build the bridge and attempt to come across. We do not want the confrontation. And assemble. Just do not build the bridge, Mr. White. We have no intent to come across the river. We do not want a confrontation. I repeat, we do not want a confrontation. We have no intent to come to the camp. Please stop building the bridge in an attempt to come across. It's an act of